Welcome to the repair shop, where cherished family heirlooms are brought back to life.
Anything can happen. This is the workshop of dreams.
Home to furniture restorer Jay Blades.
Nowadays, things are not built to last, so we've become part of this throwaway culture. It's all about preserving and restoring. We bring the old back to new.
Working alongside Jay will be some of the country's leading craftspeople.
I like making things with my hands.
I love to see how things work, and I want to know how things work.
Whether it's a Rembrandt or somebody's family piece, every painting deserves the same.
Each bringing their own unique set of skills.
You're about to witness some magic.
They will resurrect, revive,
Oh, yes.
and rejuvenate treasured possessions and irreplaceable pieces of family history.
Oh, my goodness.
me.
Bringing both the objects
Oh, wow.
and the memories that they hold
Oh, thank you.
back to life.
Thank you so much. I want to kiss you.
In the repair shop today, timepiece tinkering is on hold as clock restoration expert Steve is called up to work on a vintage telephone.
It's at this point that I worry that springs are going to shoot out all over the place.
While specialist Richard Rigby restores a collector's item that casts its spell over everyone in the repair shop.
Whoa.
So what we're waiting for today?
We've got a customer coming.
Something for me?
You're keen, aren't you? Well, yeah,
Oh, you're
it's
not
something
keen.
for you then. Yeah, yeah.
First, Furniture Dream Team Jay and Will are standing by to meet Helen Smith from Herefordshire.
Hello.
Hello.
How are we doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
So here it is, yeah?
It's here.
Okay. All right, we'll get this out.
Lovely.
I'll lead the way.
Lead the way.
Yeah. So, what is it?
It's a piano stool for two people.
A piano stool for two people. Is it all right to lift it up and have a look? Ooh. So what's the history behind this one then?
This belonged to my grandmother. I was actually born in the room that this lived. So I've known this all my life. On my grandmother's death, she left it to my sister.
Yeah.
And my sister had a big puppy.
Okay.
And the puppy going through his chewing phase.
Wow. Okay.
Was that in one setting? Or...
No, I should imagine, because the piano's also had a little nibble, but
Really?
no.
Wow.
not
He
as
had a
bad
nibble
as
at a piano.
Wow.
Yeah. He couldn't play the tune, so he thought he'd have a nibble.
Have a nibble. And then I see that it's got, like, this tapestry on top.
Yeah, Gran did that.
Gran did that.
Yeah.
I see it brought a smile to your face.
Yeah.
That's in an amazing condition.
That is, actually.
I mean, considering
The top.
when you look at everything else.
Yeah.
Yes, it was lucky to get away with it, I think. Perhaps it didn't taste as good as the wood.
Right.
Helen's grandmother, Enid Ruth Wicks, honed her musical skills on this piano.
My grandmother was a very keen pianist. She was very good, although she would say that she was competent. She was a member of the Royal Academy of Music, played in concerts for the BBC. I think when you inherit or you have an heirloom in your family, there's a responsibility to look after it as best that you can. And at the moment, I'm not fulfilling that responsibility.
So, Will, what do you reckon? Do you know anything about the age of this? Have you seen stuff like this before?
It looks sort of like typical arts and crafts furniture, 1890s, 1910. Really nice piece. With the bass, I'd like to use this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant.
I say that now. When I start working, what am I doing?
I'm honoured to be working on something like this. So, as soon as we've got it repaired
Yes.
and looking fabulous again,
Yes.
we'll get back to you.
Lovely.
okay?
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Lovely, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers, bye-bye.
Bye.
That's amazing. I know dogs go through a chewing phase, but that is...
Well, at least he left us something.
He left us a clue. Yeah.
Because we learnt to play the piano with my grandmother, it's a family piece, so yeah, I'm really excited about seeing what they're going to do.
What are you going to do with the fabric and with the top?
Basically, it has to fit perfectly because, as you can see here, the corner is coming out because this is too tight. It won't fit in there perfectly.
Why is that too tight?
I think what might have happened is they've just covered over an original fabric on top of there, but I won't be able to tell until I've taken it off.
Well, I'm working out who has the most amount of work with this job.
Definitely me,
It
obviously.
always seems to be me.
It's always me.
And then you walk over and say, is that ready yet? 5
course,
minutes.
of course.
Make a cup of tea.
Well, you've got to
Have
make a
some
tea
toast.
and get on with it, because I'm off, mate. You've got to lift that over by yourself. I've got
gosh.
a heavy bit.
I like a challenge, James.
All right?
So I have glued up the top of the chair, clamped it all into place, snug as a bug in the rug. The beading on the back is near enough all intact, whereas round the front and the sides were flaking off. So I've made the executive decision to keep that. I thought it'd be quite nice keeping some of the original.
From wood to brass, ceramics or stuffing,
Out it comes.
whatever the material, the repair shop team use their years of experience to lovingly restore it. The next customer dialing 999 for an antiques emergency is Helen Kent.
Hello.
Hello, how we doing?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm very good. What have we got here, then?
It's an old daffodil telephone.
A daffodil telephone?
Yes.
OK. The person you need to see, then, is Steve. Steve, got one for you.
Thank you very much.
Have a look at this.
Thank you.
No problem.
Steve may be the repair shop's clockmaker,
There you are.
Let's have a look at this telephone.
but he's also the go-to guy for most of the mechanical curios that arrive through its doors.
Tell me a bit about its history.
Well, I don't know where it started its life, but it came to me when I was very early married, and so I've had it since the very early 60s.
Also known as a candlestick or stick phone, this model dates from the mid-1920s.
You'd think about all the calls it's made in its life.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Yes, yes. I mean, it functioned when I was first married and I was a community midwife.
Oh, really?
Not very convenient because, of course, you've got to hold the daffodil and the earpiece, not like today.
Yes, of course. Oh, I hadn't
It's
thought about that.
two-section thing.
Unless you
Yeah.
do it like this.
So you pick the phone up and put that thing to your ear.
So what's wrong with it?
The dial doesn't go round anymore. Or you can make it go round, but I...
No, it only just
Yeah.
it doesn't really go
Yeah.
around at all. It's as if it's all seized up. But I love the challenge of doing something like this. Leave it with me, and I'll see how I get on.
OK.
OK, thank you for bringing it in.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye. If Steve can make it work, so much the better. But so long as it just looks nicer, and the fact that my grandchildren would be able to play with it and get the sort of pleasure from it that my children had from it, that would be wonderful.
It's at this point that I worry that springs are going to shoot out all over the place as soon as I start taking it apart. I've never seen inside of a telephone before, and the dialing unit is absolutely alien to me. The dial has gone back to a point which it shouldn't, because it looks as if it's been forced the wrong way, and that might have caused some damage, so I'm hoping that it might be a simple fix.
But hold the line, Steve. Woodwork whiz kid Will wants a second opinion on salvaging the damaged piece of wood from the piano stool.
So I was thinking something more like that. So that's the old piece there, that's the new piece. What do you think?
Why are you doing this?
I thought that it would be nice to keep some of the original.
Okay.
And once I've set that into there or spliced it on, I'll replicate the same pattern along the rest of the beam.
There's going to be a weakness.
Yeah. That's why I was going to down and to give a bit more strength.
How about cutting it down the centre and setting half of it into the new bars, so you'll still keep the sort of strength, integrity of the new piece?
So I'd have to leave enough on the inside as a core for the strength.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is, yeah. And then draw these out.
Yep.
That's a good idea. That's why I asked you over, Steve.
Yeah. He's the brains of the family, isn't he?
Yeah, well, he's got, you know, years of me, hasn't he? So.
Oh,
there we go.
Steady
Years
on
of
that.
knowledge. Years of knowledge,
That's
Steve.
better. So you've got to follow it through.
Meanwhile, Jay is more concerned with avoiding a saggy bottom.
I'm putting in webbing into the bottom of the frame, which is basically the foundation. It's what's going to allow someone to sit on top rather than falling straight through. When you get it at the right note, then you know that's when you need to staple it, because that there's no sound, no stability, it goes straight through. So, it's that's nice. Sounds like a bass, double bass. Boom, boom, boom. That one.
I think that we should turn it into like a family band, Jay.
A family band.
Yeah. I'd like to be on the drill.
Oh, that does sound nice. You up for some of that, Kirsten?
Maybe lead vocals?
And I know Steve's got something. He's got something to do with this.
Yeah, Steve's on the cut.
He's on the
There
cut.
we go.
There we go. We're going on
gonna go
tour
solo.
next week. Lovely. Great. Smashing. Super.
Musical ability aside, when it comes to transforming the unloved and unusable back to the glorious objects they once were, this talented team share a wealth of skills and know-how. And next in line for the repair shop treatment, Judith Barrett and her son Ben from Oxfordshire.
How are we doing? You all right? That's a big box, isn't it?
Yes, heavy box.
Right. I like this already. What is it, anyway?
Well, inside there's a magic lantern.
There's a magic lantern. Oh, wow. Oh, God blimey, this is heavy, isn't it?
Magic lanterns were wildly popular in wealthy households of the Victorian era, projecting pictures onto walls to enthrall and entertain.
That's the bit that needs fixing.
That is a bit...
Richard Rigby is an expert in these fascinating items, and if anyone can restore it, he can.
Oh, wow.
Oh, this is a nice, exciting project. You've got a lovely machine there.
Good.
You couldn't have bought a better one.
Oh, excellent.
So, do tell me about this. How's it been in your family? How long has it been there? And just the history behind it.
Long before I was married, I got very interested in bits of antiques, much to my parents' dismay, and I bought this. And I just took it home, and then I married, had a family, and started to show them to the... He was...
Small.
Very small. And when they get married, then they have children. They've been rather on at me to get the show out for the little ones, the younger ones.
What I thought was that, you know, when we were kids and we watched it, we loved it. So it would be really fun to try and get it working again and give them a show with it.
So, if you leave the lantern with us, Richard's going to work his magic on the magic lantern, and we'll get back to you once it's fully restored.
Thank you, Richard. Looking forward to that.
I'll do my best.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
The family will be pleased because I've been being nagged by the older children to let their children see it, but I've been so worried about it being a bit rusty and very delicate that I think now we will be able to, and then we'll be able to have it, and it'll be good fun.
So, Richard, we best get this on your bench and hopefully get it fully restored so the children can actually enjoy something that's 100 years old and something that their parents enjoyed as well.
That's right, and
Yeah.
their grandparents.
So, you ready for this?
I am.
I'll carry the heavy bit.
Okay.
That's me, yeah?
Thanks a lot. I love to improve things. Simple as that. And I hate waste. I hate old, wonderful old machines being destroyed or skipped. It's just wrong.
But to renovate this complex machine fast, Richard's going to need the help of everyone in the repair shop. First in focus, mechanical mastermind Steve.
This is right up your street and not up mine.
Go on.
This is what we call the flasher.
Thank you very much.
At some stage, it's been replaced by a piece of tin can that you can still see the curve to.
Oh, right, OK.
What I'd like to do is take that off and make a new circular piece.
In brass. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah?
Yeah. All right, leave that with me.
Thank you.
While Richard starts work on the magic lantern, Will is applying finishing touches to the arts and crafts piano stool.
Almost happy with this now. Just want to try this in there.
Already, that looks amazing.
Happy days.
Yeah,
cool.
Lovely.
All right.
Jay just needs to recover the seat before Helen returns to be reunited with her grandmother's renovated stool.
Hello, Em.
Hello, how are you?
How are you?
Very well, thank you. No, nice to see you. I can't wait to see this. It looks like, and feels like...
All right.
No,
Don't touch it. No touching.
Right, yeah.
All right. So you ready?
Yeah,
You sure?
yeah. Oh, wow. That's just amazing. Oh, thank you. Oh, it's just better than I thought. It'll be like having my gran with me when I played piano. Because she used to sit one side, this side, and I used to sit the other. Because she always played the lower keys and I played the higher keys. You wouldn't know there was anything wrong with it, would you?
No.
One thing that I have done, though, I've actually used part of the original piece,
Yes.
which is right in the
Yes.
middle.
You said
here,
you would.
And I've set it into a new piece of wood. I've actually kept a couple of the nibble marks because I thought that'd be quite nice to have as a some of the story. So is it pretty similar to how it was in the beginning before?
That's how I remember it. And it just looks proper now, doesn't it? It looks like it should be.
Yeah.
It's amazing. And this feels better. There was always a dip.
Yeah.
I've got to learn to play the piano properly now, haven't I?
Yeah. Yeah, I think you do now.
Yeah. It's beautiful. I didn't think that you'd be able to get this detail back into it, so...
I managed somehow.
You can see his head getting a bit bigger there, isn't it?
All in a day's work for me.
I don't think you realise what you've all done, really, because my future now is definitely finding and learning to play the music that my grandmother played. So thank you so much.
No, thank you.
Busy at his workstation, Genie of the Lantern, Richard Rigby, is casting an eye over all of the working parts. Steve is playing the Wizard's Apprentice.
I need the brass for the flasher. And I don't know what a flasher is. So we'll have to see what it does when it's all up together. There must be some brass around here somewhere. I need a disc of brass.
A disc of brass?
Yes.
Why would I have a disc of brass for? I'm a woodman.
Jay, you haven't got any, have you?
Hold on. Nah, I've used it all. You must have something.
Oh.
Don't come scrounging over here. You've got stuff over there, Steve. I know you have. I've seen it.
Seen it.
Look, Steve, look, no, I've got nothing.
What have you got in your drawers?
No, I've got nothing in there, mate. Nothing. It's all,
Don't shut all your drawers.
it's all locked up, man. It's all locked up. Everything's locked. I could let you have that. That'll get you away from there and stop scrounging. Right? Is that all right?
Have you got any thinner?
Oh, come on. Come on. Hey, come on.
It's almost the right size, isn't it?
Perfect.
That's almost the right size. So if I can flatten that.
Hold on a minute. Thank you. Want to go and miss?
Thank you, Jay.
That's better.
That
Okay.
is
More than
brilliant.
welcome,
Absolutely
sir.
brilliant.
You should charge him, Jay. Seriously, mate.
We're going to just try and get it back to its how it appeared originally. The non-brass parts need blacking.
This fits absolutely snugly. There's a hole in the centre there that was for a thread for something, so I found an old piece of a grandfather clock, because I keep old bits and pieces. So I'm just going to turn that up, make a nice little plug for the end there, and it'll all look the part.
How we doing, Richard? Cool,
All right,
blimey.
Jay, how are you?
I'm good. You stripped it apart, ain't you?
I have.
You've been busy.
The big problem was that she hadn't enough light coming through to make it work nicely. We're going to use an LED.
But how is that going to be powerful?
Well, you wait and see. It's incredibly powerful. This is what we're going to fit. This is made to my own design.
So this is going to go inside there.
That's going to go inside there.
And then the LED light bulb goes in there, yeah?
Yeah. Lantern has always had the very latest light.
Right.
Doesn't matter when the lantern was built,
Yeah.
a lanternist will use the latest available light. That will then go in there, through the condenser,
Yeah.
through the lantern slide,
Yeah.
into the objective lens,
Yeah.
and then be adjusted to perfection.
Well, I'll let you crack on then.
Thank you.
Hi, Steve.
Got another little job you might be able to help me with.
Oh, yeah. Let's have a look.
Just made this. The only trouble is it's all brash and very new.
Yeah.
Be nice if it was that sort of honey colour.
Oh, right. The whole thing.
Yeah, could you think you could do that?
All right, well, I'll get on with that now, then.
I'll leave you with that
Yeah.
so you've got the colour match.
OK, Steve. Thank you.
Brass task handed over, Steve can return to his workbench to finish repairing the 1920s Daffodil phone.
I've identified the problem with it. Basically, there's a nylon bearing that's worn out, and I can't actually put a new nylon bearing into the place that it should be. So what I've done is, to compensate, I've put a couple of washers in place, and it actually works. That turns around the full way, and it does go back. Although it's slowly, it works, and it stops at the right position. I'm going to put it back together again, and then I'm going to clean up the rest of it and polish it all, and it'll all look lovely. Hello, Helen.
Hello, Steve. Nice to see you
How
again.
are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You?
Good. So you've come for your Daffodil Telephone?
I have indeed, and I'm very excited.
Oh, good.
Hey. Oh, wow. And does the dial go round?
Right.
It does.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
And
Good,
it's
good.
not been smartened up too much that it looks like a reproduction.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really
Yeah.
lovely.
It was quite good fun, actually.
Oh, was it for you?
Yeah, because the mechanism, I've never seen anything like it before. But there are wheels and a regulator that's very, very similar to a clock regulator.
Well, I'm thrilled to bits.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome.
Bye-bye then. Bye.
And there you go.
Amid the bustle of the workshop, the repair of the magic lantern has turned into a real team effort.
How we doing?
All right.
You've got the light on.
Coming on well. Yeah, I have. If you look in here, it's... this is a...
Have you broken it? Oh, no, you haven't broken it. Is it meant to come out like that, then?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
ubiquitous,
okay.
you see.
Yeah. So you're clever, aren't you?
Well,
Yes, you are.
it's
Come
very
on.
simple. This is a bit tatty, isn't it? It'd be nice to replace it. I suppose Being an upholstery, you might have something we could use.
Yeah, let's have a look. If I got.
So I take it out and you can
yes,
see.
please. Let's see if I've got anything. All right, we've got two versions. We've got a clean one and a dirty one. Which one do you want?
Well, let me see. That's a difficult decision.
It is, isn't it?
I'll tell you what, let's go for the new one.
You go for the new one, a non-dirty one.
The non-dirty one.
All right. It's not black, but
No.
it's
In fact, it's rather nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brown velvet.
Lovely,
Oh.
lovely match for the
That's it.
mahogany in the side changer.
Cool.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So it's all right to take that
Yes, please.
and then carry on. And you sure I can't tempt you?
Really,
All right.
silly boy.
They say that many hands make light work, and whilst Kirsten lacquers the brass flasher to give it antique patina, Jay is on point with his needlework.
Oh, that's much better, isn't it? Fantastic. There we go, Richard.
Ah, Steve, thank you. Oh, look,
How's that?
isn't that beautiful? Oh, wow. That's going to be perfect.
For my little contribution.
Oh, you've done it. Oh,
got that.
excellent. Now we can really get on.
Yes.
Now, you did put whole
I did.
side to get this down, haven't you?
Now you say that. Hold on a minute. Yeah, I did. I'll stick it on there then.
Do you want to put it on?
Yeah.
Nice bit of needlework there.
It is a bit, isn't it?
Oh, you're a craftsman.
I am a craftsman.
It's a historical magic. If you can imagine, before we had the magic lantern, the only pictures the average person would see was either in church or in a big house. And then to suddenly find pictures appearing on walls, whitewashed walls or a sheet of muslin, it was just magic, and they called it magic.
I like the flasher. Look at that.
This is the house that Jack built.
Okay, cool.
Well, I hope Judith and Ben enjoy it as much as I have, and their children.
This is the special one.
Whoa.
There's artificial fireworks. You can see why, can't you? You'll get that.
I'm getting motion sickness.
Didn't we?
Nice to think it's going back 3 generations. We've been through 3 generations with my lanterns, with our children and grandchildren, so it's just nice. What?
What was that?
Yeah.
Oh, it was tough. Oh, it's a dove. No, it's a dove.
Here it is.
Oh, wow.
Should we have a look what they've done?
Let's have a look, see. Oh, wow. Oh, that's much better than it was.
So he's totally polished it up, hasn't
look,
he?
it's got a little velvet curtain. How very sweet. Oh, where's the lantern cover? Oh, he's finished that up nicely, hasn't it? Oh, wow. Oh, that is dead serious.
A bit more professional than we had last time.
Very modern. My goodness me.
There you go.
Is there something to sit it on?
Yeah, it's magnetised, so it attaches itself
Oh,
to the
good
bottom.
gracious. This flips up and down properly now. Oh, he's really done a fantastic job.
It looks ready for a show. Should we set it up?
It'll be very interesting to see what they think, won't it?
Magic Lantern versus iPad. Let's see which wins.
This is the story of Jack and the Beanstalk. Once upon a time, there was a boy called Jack. He lived with his widowed mother in a little cottage in the country.
I haven't seen anything like that before. I liked it. I was 10 out of 10.
The giant was huge. Fee, fi, fo, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman.
I really loved it.
Oh, it was lovely seeing the magic lantern again. It was an echo from the past. I saw the magic lantern as a little girl of 5. My children saw the lantern. I could see the same expression on their faces, and it was just like life ought to be in a family. Jack and his mother lived happily ever after.
Yay!
Yay!
For more magical transformations, join us next time in the Repair Shop.